Hey guys, welcome back to Time Drops and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be taking a look at the all-new G-Shock GA-B001, a brand new series with a unique twist. I've been excited to check this one out myself and it's been highly requested to bring on the channel by many of you. So I'm pleased to say I've got one in hand to run through everything it has to offer. As always, we'll be taking a look at the watch's history, its price, design and functionality, and then at the end of this video, taking all of these into consideration, I'll be giving you my overall verdict. If that sounds good to you and you haven't already, hit the subscribe button and join our awesome community, and then sit back, relax and we'll jump right in. So we've seen many analog/digital models in the G-Shock family over the years, and they've only grown in popularity since their conception. None more so than in more recent releases with the GA-2000, the GA or GA-B001 and the GA-2200. All boast an incredibly slimline, rugged designs with a similar solid list of functionality. And now, right here in 2022, G-Shock have introduced another everyday option, the GA-B001 series, which sees the launch of 4 models. The translucent black and red GA-B001G-1A, the translucent blue GA-B001G-2A, the full red GA-B001-4A, and my pick of the bunch, the stealth GA-B001-1A. So let's kick off by talking price. The translucent models in these series will set you back $150, 19,800 yen or 139 UK pounds. While the block colour models, including this one, are both slightly less at $140, 17,600 yen or 119 pounds. Now these prices are very much in the daily G-Shock range, which means of course you have a lot to choose from. So this begs the question, why this one? Let's start with the obvious, shall we? The main event, its design. With the GA-B001, Casio brings ingenuity to the exterior structure to achieve an integrated bezel and band construction, which comprises 2 separate components that connect at the 9 and 3 o'clock positions. This new piece of innovation sees away with the conventional separation of the strap and bezel and replaces it with a combination of the 2 from each side, which is something we've never seen before from the brand. These components are fixed by screws at the top and bottom of the case, as well as where they meet right in the middle. And the intention of this design is not only to enhance aesthetics, but also its fit on the wrist. The new moulded construction follows the lines of the wrist to minimise the space and provide you with an even more snug fit. To be honest, I generally find the slim profile G-Shocks very comfortable, but having said that, I must say this modification is actually very noticeable, and the GA-B001 does wrap around that little bit nicer than its compatriots. A big tick in the box from me. However, one thing to note is that this new engineering means that we don't get the quick release strap we've become used to seeing on other models, so if you're looking to do any modifications, you'll be limited to swapping parts with those of the same model. As we take a closer look at the casing, you might have noticed something. Its bottom half is missing. Another new design take, its exposed underside shows off its awesome carbon core guard, an infamous shock-resistant material G-Shock first utilised back in 2019, and has become synonymous with their resin analog/digital models ever since. Its durability is enhanced some more with the help of its mineral glass and stainless steel case back. Essentially, this watch is very robust and will be able to go pretty much anywhere you do. Flipping it around, as you can see, rather than the case being flush to the dial, this one cleanly swoops in a circular motion and raises in each corner. This curvature looks very cool and once again brings this design into its own. But heading back into more familiar territory, this model features 4 buttons on the outer of the case, titled Adjust at 10 o'clock, Light at 2 o'clock, Start at 4 o'clock and Mode at 8 o'clock, which allow you to navigate through the watch's many functions, which we'll get onto shortly. Now, rewinding slightly, the reason I mentioned the GA-2000, the GA or GA-B001 and the GA-2200 earlier on is because in this release, we see design inspiration taken from each of them. On quick glance, this model in particular looks rather similar to that ever popular stealth Casio, doesn't it? The GA-2100-1A1, black on black with a hint of grey and once again a negative display. A very popular colourway, okay enough with the rhyming now, not only with myself but among G-Shock fans too. So, always welcome. Again, much like these models, behind its mineral glass, the GA-B001 features a digital display in the bottom right between 3 and 6 o'clock and a dial on the left hand side at 9. As you hit the mode button to navigate through the watch's functions, this dial will follow you, while the screen will show you the information. Definitely a handy combination. It also shares the automotive design, particularly that of the GA-2000 and the GA-2200. Not only on its sub-dial, but you may have noticed the light button is different from the others, boasting a steering wheel aesthetic, which is just another thing adding to its list of very cool touches. Now, its lume capability. When in low lighting, the hands glow in the dark thanks to the Neo Bright applied. However, not on the hour markers, which I feel is a real opportunity missed. What is funny is that it does state on the G-Shock site that the hands and sometimes the markers have a luminescent coating to glow in the dark, but I'm not seeing it on this one. These circular hour markers are bold and would look great if lit up. Of course, there is the light, which is great and does light up the face well, but having a combination of the two would have just been the icing on the cake. Let's check out more of its functionality, shall we? So, with this watch, you'll receive world time, 12 or 24 hour format, countdown timer, date and weekday display, hand shift function, which is an especially nice feature. You can move the hands out of the way of the LCD screen if the time happens to cover it by pressing and holding the light and mode button simultaneously. You've also got a stopwatch function, alarm, auto calendar, 200 meter water resistance, and Bluetooth connectivity. By pressing and holding the mode button, the Bluetooth link provides enhanced features through the Casio smartphone app, Casio Watches, such as automatic time adjustment, which happens 4 times a day, easy watch setting, approximately 300 world time cities, a time and place memory log function, a reminder function, and the phone finder function. Now, Bluetooth is an awesome way to add a load more functionality to an already extensive list as I just mentioned, and very much a welcome addition on this watch. However, in recent releases, this has been coupled with the benefit of solar power charging to keep the battery topped up while you're on the go. The GA-B001 doesn't have solar power charging. Instead, this watch is battery powered with an approximate lifespan of 2 years, which will of course vary depending on the intensity of use. We've seen a few models in recent years with a very similar offering. Take the GBX100 and the GBD200 for example, both boasting an extensive list of functions including Bluetooth while being battery powered. However, with the recent release of the GA-B2100, it's just a shame this couldn't have been matched in the GA-B001. That being said, G-Shock battery lives are awesome and it's likely this will last a lot longer than 2 years anyway, even more so if you don't care about Bluetooth. In terms of dimensions, this watch is 42.5mm in length, 46mm in width and 13.8mm thick, weighing approximately 51 grams. Length and width dimensions are pretty funny to mention when there's no separation between the bezel and band, so here's a Casio for comparison. Now this is noted to be 6mm longer than the GA-B001 at 48.5mm, 0.6 narrower at 45.4mm, 1.9mm slimmer at 11.9 and 1 gram heavier at 52 grams. You can see for yourself just how these size up to one another, and as mentioned, the GA-B001's dimensions are slim, lightweight and make a great option for everyday use. Which brings me on nicely to my overall verdict. This watch is very much something new in terms of design and boasts an incredible amount of functionality to go along with it. This tough and rugged G-Shock looks awesome with its bold, feature-boasting dial, its curved edging, and of course its all new innovative integrated bezel and band. Obviously I have mentioned it could have done with solar power charging and loomed hour markers, but this isn't a deal breaker by any means. You only have to look at how popular the GA-2100, the original Casio, still is, and that has neither, nor Bluetooth for that matter, so it's not all necessary. To be honest, I don't think you can go wrong with any of the models in this series. Of course, I love the stealth, but the coloured models particularly highlight all of the individual elements that make this watch so good. Let me know which one you'd go for below. I'm really excited to see what the future holds for this model. I'd like to see some more colourways that feature a positive display, which I'm sure we will in time. Plus, what G-Shock can do to enhance the watch some more. Is it too early to say add some metal? Not quite sure how they do that on this one, but hey. This new model certainly looks here to stay, is seriously cool, and an awesome choice for a new daily timepiece. And with all that being said, that just about wraps this one up. Let me know your thoughts on the new GA-B001 below. And if you want to check out any of the other watches featured in this video, check out the channel and hit the subscribe button for loads more reviews of some of your favourite watch releases. Thanks so much for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.